It's going to get me in trouble.
No, don't worry. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's hear you out.
Right? But I think we need to be a bit more self-aware, and sometimes I might even say a bit more forgiving as a society. We're very, very judgmental, and I wonder whether everybody who is attacking him is as confident that they were perfectly behaved when they were 17 or 18.
Is that true? Because this was me like 2 days ago. At school, I said stuff that right now I would say was homophobic, transphobic, sexist, racist, anti-Semitic.
I want to attack Nigel Farage on his views, his catastrophic decision on Brexit. I want to attack him on his lack of serious on economics. I want to say he's not fit to be Prime Minister, but I don't want to make this an argument about what you did in your teens.
Yeah, I don't want to make it about what he said when he was a teenager either, which is why pretty much every video that I have made on this has been focusing on what he has said as an adult, his policies as an adult, to prove that he's been a massive racist his entire life. The stuff from when he was a kid is just proof of that. Also, I think it's kind of important to look at what people said before society got a lot more woke. Because right now, in modern society, it's not really feasible or practical or good strategy to be overtly and explicitly racist because most people reject overt, explicit racism. So any racist with more than 2 brain cells knows they have to be more subtle with it. So it makes sense to look at what he said before society got less tolerant of intolerance. So when you look at what he said as an adult, in addition to what he said when he was a kid, you get a proper picture of who he really is.
We need to be able to accept that people have flaws, they make mistakes, and they can be forgiven.
Sorry, forgiveness. You were arguing for Nigel Farage to be forgiven, which is wild for a number of reasons. One, the man hasn't asked for forgiveness. He refused to apologize. So why are you forgiving him? Second of all, like, the people who were the victims of the abuse when he was a kid, they are not happy with him. They haven't forgiven him. So why are you arguing for forgiveness on their behalf when they're not willing to give it? Second of all, as a black guy, hearing you, Rory Stewart, a white guy, say that another white guy, who is explicitly racist, should be forgiven for the racism that they put out, oh my God. Because Nigel Farage's policies, they endanger people like me. They don't endanger people like you, Rory Stewart. So the idea that you should be the one who decides whether or not Nigel Farage gets forgiveness, like, your whole narrative, Rory Stewart, is that you stood behind Boris Johnson for too long, that you should have realised the extremist that he is a lot sooner than you did, and that you do admit that that was a mistake, but you're doing it again. You're doing it again. You're acting as the middleman, as an apologist for a racist once again.